I am so glad to be here. I am very excited about the new venture and the new equipment. Once we get used to using it, we'll be really cooking with oil. My name is Errol Jones, as it says right there in the corner, I think. And tonight is the National Black Business Association broadcast. We're focused tonight on education. Tonight we're talking about education. I'm going to offer something to you that I hope that educators can digest, and also other community members. Um, I am in the go mode. Excuse me. I'm in the go mode right now. We've talked about these things for quite a while. Been in the preparation stage, the curriculum design, curriculum development, curriculum testing, and have reached a point where we're just in full blown go mode. Now, there are a number of things that still need to be taken care of, that need to be patched up, and we're waiting for you guys to come on board to patch it up because it's just too much. And it's a great amount of fun and pride that you get when you develop something like this. We're talking about building the Black community, uh, Black community development through youth entrepreneurship. Let me just jump right into this. This is the education piece of what we're doing. Dr. Claude Anderson talks about education, politics, group economics, talks about the role of the Black church. And one of the things that he says, the main thing that he says about education, he talks about restructuring education for for um, group competitiveness. And what he was speaking on was the idea that we're going to school and learning many things, but we're not coming out of school being very competitive in the real world. Not uh, not everyone is not competitive, but enough people are not competitive that it makes a difference, and it makes a concern, raises a concern. So I want to go over a few things here to talk about what we can do as educators to really make some differences, make a difference in the school district, but primarily make a difference with the students. It's not the district that we're trying to change. The district can remain the district however long it needs to be, but our concern is the students, student performance, student achievement, student outcomes, which lead to family outcomes, which lead to parental outcomes, community outcomes, which leads to a better environment to raise our children in. So I want to just get right into this thing here. Um, I'm thinking about how we want to do this. Okay, let me just say this. There's so many issues going on in the public school system. Frankly, my dear Charlotte, I'm pretty tired of dealing with a lot of it because so much of it, it seems that the modus operandi has been to be either nice or really angry to the point where people that you're speaking to really can't hear you because your anger is so loud and so out of control that the anger and the manifestation of it becomes the issue, and not necessarily the issue that you were initially bringing to people's attention. And so we want to take a little bit of a different approach. Do we want to get rid of the anger? Absolutely not. I think at the bottom of the screen it says heat, helping educators ally tactfully. Heat. Heat can warm your food or burn your house down. We're not talking about physically, but we want to bring the heat when necessary to make things good or to heat some things up and make people want to move. I've had to tell people in other districts in which I work that when I come to the table on certain issues, I'm coming and I'm playing for jobs, not for me. Um, I'm playing for careers. When you start talking about taking advantage of, misusing, disparaging the Black community, our children, our educators, then I'm not really interested in being friendly, agreeable, or any of that like that. I'm interested in helping you to correct your behavior as far as is concerned in relationship to our people. If you don't want to correct your behavior, then you probably just need to move on. So we will gladly help you to move on. No animosity, no anger, no none of that. Just strong tactics. You will move. So what do? At the end of the day, educators could do more if they knew how to use the teeth that they do have. But they tend not to. Let me just say this. I'm going to be frank, even though my name is Errol, but right now I'm going to be frank. Um, Educators have been from preschool to 12th grade in a classroom with the teacher telling them what to do, um, leading them, guiding them to the point where they would earn grades A, B, C, D for their behavior, for their activities, for their academics and whatnot. So teachers and educators have been in school since preschool all the way up to 12th grade. Left 12th grade, went to college, and they sat in a chair as a student, and the professor was the head honcho in charge. They left the college realm and went to grad school, where once again the professor was still the head honcho, left grad school and went to a school district where now the principal had you and the children in the classroom, and the teachers still pretty much have the mindset of the student. I want to tell you that is true. Working with the union for years, with a lot of people I care about, who I love, one of the biggest aggravations that I had was working with people who were scary. You really want to grate my nerves, just be scary. The only thing I could think of worse than a scary female, black female, step and fetch it female, is a step and fetch it black brother. We'll deal with that later. But teachers have been in the classroom forever as students, and now still in the classroom, still students. And the administrators know it. It may be a subconscious thing. Do you remember when was the last time one of the administrators walked in the classroom, walked into a room full of teachers and started snapping their fingers? Then everybody starts snapping their fingers. You know how the kindergarten kids do. Hands, 1, 2, 3. Everybody followed suit, and then they got quiet because they really treat you like children. Now, that's an overstatement to a certain extent because using those techniques really works. But you know what else works? When Mr. Hamid, Alief ISD, was the principal at Alief Learning Center, Behavior Management School, when Mr. Hamid walked into the meeting with the teachers, everyone knew automatically it's time to drop all that conversation and pay attention to the leader because he demanded that kind of respect and obviously had instituted that type of protocol. You know, when my military, when a um, officer walks in the room, someone yells attention, 10 hut, everybody jumps up. And or if they're seated, they sit at attention. You probably don't know about that, but they sit at attention. As soon as the officer walks in the room, everyone's alerted that he's there. Everyone else's agenda is secondary, at a minimum, secondary. But in the public school sectors, teachers, let's be real. Some of you guys act like the children, petty, mean, nasty, childish. Some of you, I wonder, how did you become a teacher? How did you graduate? Just being straight up. I don't have time to play games with you. If you didn't know, well, now you know. If you don't know how to handle your business and stand up and justify yourself as being who you are, then maybe I might be correct. But if I feel like I'm stepping on your feet, maybe it's you. When's the last time you read a book besides some novel or some book that's just garbage? Some instructional manual, some technical information, data. How often do you sharpen up on your field since you've been out of school? Was it mandated? Some of you get paid what you get paid because you really don't deserve more. Then some of you deserve so much more. So I'm going to step in here and demonstrate what we can do at the National Black Business Alliance to help teachers, educators increase their income. And then after we talk about increasing the income, we'll talk about what increased income, what freedoms that can purchase you. What freedoms can an increased income purchase you? Now I'm on a theme. This is a life theme. This is not, I don't have anything else to do tonight. This is a theme. I'm going to be talking about Black community development through youth entrepreneurship. I'm going to talk about it in various ways, through business, through education, through politics, through the Black church, through your family. Black community development through youth entrepreneurship. Know that. Understand that that is the Black agenda. I'm telling you because there's no one coming along with a Black agenda than that. Not one that's going to be operational. What I just told you is very operational. Let me tell you how operational it is. It's based on a financial management function, revenue function that will allow people to earn income. I always can use extra money. No. Wait a minute. I was going to say trust me. No, don't trust me. I'm just a talking head on the YouTube, Facebook. Trust yourself. If you come to the table, look at what we're doing, find flaw, then walk away. If you come to the table, look at what we're doing, feel intimidated or frightened, walk away. If you come to the table and you see what we're doing and you're jealous, angry, mad, or any of those other really, really negative and harmful mentalities toward your Black brothers, then I would just really kindly ask you the best way I can, just get the hell out of the way. Go on about your business. We're busy. We're busy. Let me tell you how busy we are. I'm so busy, I really don't have a lot of interest at this point right now in talking to educators that can't come to the table with a mentality that would generate for them $10,000 in additional income in 2025. Now, hold on. Don't trip, because I know you don't understand what I just said. I'm only looking for educators who want to be part of the Black Instructional School Zone, a strategy that impacts Black children all over the nation. I'm a curriculum designer. GRE scores top 10% in the nation. I'm not bragging, but some of you all need to know my white credentials, because you see my Black face and gray hair, and you might think that this is just conversation. But my white credentials say that I know a little bit of something. Now, that's just not my only white credential. My Black credentials, as I've said over and over again, are that I'm here talking to you, spending my hard-earned money, my valuable time, trying to convince Black people that life can be better and you can earn more money. And I'm still doing it free. Those are Black credentials. That's my commitment. That's my mission in life as a Black man. I'm not talking about loving Jesus and all that, but Jesus sent me here, empowered me to be here. If you want to believe that, you don't have to, but I do. So my Black credentials say that it's time to get something. It's time to make a few things happen, different than things that have been happening before. My Black credentials said this 8 years ago, when I said I don't have time to be. I'm not interested in voting for Democratic Democratic mentality. I didn't like it 8 years ago when Hillary was running, and I preferred Donald Trump to win. I had watched The Apprentice, and for me, Donald Trump was just a nutty, but very entertaining TV star. It was a good show. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I'm a project manager. I enjoyed that, watching that. And I hoped that he had beat Hillary. I didn't vote for him because I was just in another place where I couldn't get to go and vote. Or had they bumped my name? I can't remember. I think that might have been the election when they bumped my name from the rolls. I said, yeah, they're up to that stuff. But I prefer Donald Trump. He's a businessman. I'm into business. The rhetoric that I'm getting from the Democrats, and I'm talking about 8 years ago. Was it 8 years ago? How many of years when Hillary ran? So now, you just had this last fiasco. Nothing new. I'm not hating on Democrats. I want Democrats to win because Black people have so much hope with the Democratic Party, and for good reasons as well. But you ninjas need to wake up. You ninjas need to wake up, because you see, if it was such an issue that the Democratic Party needed to win, or African Americans would be in terrible, terrible situation, it seemed like white females abandoned you and they either didn't vote or went to the Trump side. Hispanic males, well, we never knew they were any type of allegiance in particular, but white females abandoned you. Black males didn't. Black females didn't. You pretty much comprised the Democratic Party, but you're weak. You're weak. So now it's time to, I don't know all the politics of it. I don't play politics, and I'm probably way out of pocket with this, because one of the things about being in the politics that you have to do, politicians have to really, really, really know how to kiss ass. Hey man, I'm on here broadcasting live right now on Facebook, and you're on here too. let me hit you back. That was just fun fooling around with a good friend. So now maybe you Black people, Democrats, I'm independent. I was for Cornel West. I didn't go vote for him. I don't know anything about his policy. I was voting for a Black man. Had nothing to do with being against a female. I didn't say Black female, but being against a female. I voted for him because he's Black. I was voting for him because he's Black, because he was a man. Two things that I don't believe that the presidential candidate for the Democrats really had those characteristics. Not Black, and not African American, and not African American, and not I can't remember. I'm thinking about something else, what my partner just said. All right, let's do this thing. Here's what I'm looking for, what I need. I need Black educators right now, preferably Black male educators. And I'm not anti-female, but this is very symbolic. I need the brothers to step up, because we're about to make some major waves in the United States, all across the nation, because we're going to do some things very positive for the Black community. Well, who better to do it? We do not need the women to step up and lead. We don't need a matriarchal society. Maybe some of you do. Maybe some of you desire it. It's not that I hate women. That's just not in my psyche for the way that our community needs to be. We need to have strong women, of course, and we need to have very, very strong men. So that's where I'm coming from. That's a problem for you. That's just a problem for you, because the other's a problem for me. And whose concerns am I more concerned about, mine or yours? Let's do this thing. Here we go. I need Black male instructors, educators, to become a part of the BIZ, the Black Instructional School Zone. Ladies, you can apply as well at Jones Towers 941 at gmail.com. to send me an email, and in it you can put $1 million plan. $1 million plan. Here's what I say to you, Black men, educators. We're putting together a plan and a strategy right now. We're toying with it, that will allow you to earn very, very good income enough to replace your income at your public school. So that if you wanted to leave, you now have enough income to leave. You've doubled your income. And if you want to, which you probably be a little bit afraid to drop back to just a single income, but you'll be able to free up your time and not have to be on that job in that classroom and going through the things that the teachers usually go through. I know. I had a Forrest Gump experience about 2 years ago. I've already retired 2016, but I took on some contracts. I was walking down the hallway in this one school, beautiful school, well-financed, mannerable students. I mean, hey, it was great. I was teaching everything I wanted to teach. Wonderful thing. But I was walking down the hall, and all of a sudden something hit me. Boom. I don't want to do this anymore. And it was like a ton of bricks hit me in the back of the head, I said I didn't want to do it anymore. And the feeling has never changed. I love the kids. I love what I was doing, but I just didn't want to do it anymore. I worked so hard and so long on a business project that could pay a lot of money to a lot of people, and I was ready to be about that. So here, let me share this with you. Then I'm gone. I need black male educators, or any educators actually, but we have some key positions available. We're looking for. Here's what we're going to do. Let me play it right now. Let me see. This is part of their curriculum. This is Lil Bubba, and he is our mascot. And it's not just him. Little Bubba also has a number of other mascots to go along with him. I want to play something for you from a YouTube channel. You can look it up. Let's see here. Share the screen. Let's see if we can play this for you. Hold on. 1 second. I'm sorry. I think the sound will play also.